Welcome back, everybody, to the Bad Decision Maker 2000, also known as Sir Kinnereth, and his inept player. I've had a bit of time to think. I think the best bet for... I gotta click in here, that's the best bet. There's my mouse. The best bet for getting sufficient money to do this right. We have to buy scrolls of identify. We haven't got any scrolls of identify. Oh dear Lord. My luck. My luck is just the luck of the damned. Let's see if they have any over here. Do they ever sell any? Do they sell any here? I don't think so. Staff of identify? No, is there such a thing? No. How about over here? Well, this sucks. My plan of action is down the tubes. I was going to say, if we can identify these wands, we can identify these rings, maybe we can sell sufficient materials to, get everything we need to get accomplished. We're not going to be able to. Let us sell what we can. Let us sell what we know, and the scroll that we don't know. Then we have to buy a potion to restore life levels, because we're not flushing 600 experience points down the toilet at this level. Alright, well, there's nothing else for it. Let's do what we gotta do. Sell. What's going on here? We're stuck in this. Sell. Alright, let's start by selling the potion titled, or the scroll titled Bloomy Moon, because we also just need to know what it is. Hell, maybe a scroll of identify. Wouldn't that be a... Yes, we'd have to buy it back, and that would kind of suck, but at least it'd be a... I should have started at a higher price. I need the money, dude. Come on, just cut me some slack, okay? Don't throw me out. You want 17. Okay. Enchant armor. That is a sweet scroll. I'm not going to be able to buy it back, but at least if we ever find them again, we will immediately know what they are. We got to start looking for silver linings. We're at the stage of the game where if we don't constantly search for silver linings, we're going to end up weeping to the point where we rust our armor. Alright. Sell that scroll of door and stair location. He's offering 8. Let's try 50. 45. Starting to get dark in here again. 40. 35. 33. 32. 31. 31. Whoa, I didn't mean that. 31. Alright, fine. Alright. What else can I sell? Scroll of light. For 30. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. If he does throw us out of here, there's plenty of other places we can sell this shit. Sell. Scroll of magic mapping. I need every fucking penny I can get. This time let's try 70. 60 I meant. 55. 50. 45. 40, 39, 38, 37. Oh, that's fine. Alright, that's all we can sell there. I'm in no mood, letter P. Stay away from me. What do we got here we can sell? Anything? I'm not going to sell the unidentified stuff. We can sell the staff of door and stair location. I got to scrub my glasses here. 1 second. I'm seeing as through a glass darkly. Okay. I'm not giving it to you for 1. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't know what it's worth, but I'm going to start high. Okay. If you even get him on the board, that's a good, place to start negotiating. Again, I'm just going to get a bit more light on my keyboard here. Whoops. I meant 275, sorry. Okay, good enough. 233 for that. What else can we sell? I have nothing else I specifically at this point want to sell here. I will sell that Wand of Slow Monster. You know what? It's valuable. It'll free up an inventory slot, and it'll give me money to do the things I need to do. So let's try this. Let's try 1200. That might be just like insane. No, he's like, all right, 1200 is reasonable. Kind of. Like he's entertaining it. That's a good bit of news there. Oh, that's fine. 555 is fine. I'll take it. All right. We might have enough money to accomplish something. Actually, for all we don't know, we don't even know if there is a potion of restore life levels. Beggar. This is the mood I'm in. Do you have one? He does not have one. He does have chance and blessings, which we'd also like to get in theory. We also obviously need scrolls of recall. But our first priority, even above scrolls of recall, I'll go back into level 1 if I have to. We have to get that. Jesus, dude. I could walk around that town and clear people out and get money that way. They have nothing. They have nothing I want. None of the things I need. The identify scrolls, no. Nothing we need. Potion of restore wisdom, ha ha ha, no. Nothing we need. I am saddened, to say the least. Well, again, there's nothing you can do for it, right, man? That's the nature of the game. This game is an exercise in humility at all times. And an exercise in anger management, I would say, is a fair descriptor. Let's try sticking at 43. Alright, we can get at least 43. That was a magic sword, too, if we'd have only known. 70, 60, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. We get 43 again. That's not the best. So fuck, that was another beautifully enchanted sword that we are selling for a pittance. Mind you, we sold a bunch of damned ones before too for decent money. So I guess turnabout's fair play. But you get a little bit more out of him this time. Not much. Oh, you knew what I meant. Fuck. I'm trying to hold at 47. There you go. Arrows. We don't have a bow anymore. We're not buying one. Not right now, anyway. Take my arrows. The best laid plans laid to waste. That's what our overall game seems to be taking as its theme. Although then again, best laid plans, we just stood and hacked at a grape jelly. That was some plan, sir. Alright. We do need words of recall. We might as well grab the things we need. We know we need that. PJ. PJ. Alright. We might as well grab back our chance and blessings. At least that's here. You know, it could be worse. But we did lose all that experience points. In reviewing the previous video, I mean, we exited the dungeon with a little... What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry, I thought I was trying to sell. We exited the dungeon with, technically, with more money than we went in with. So, you know, we still turned a profit, but that was like 35 or 40 minutes of wandering for what ended up being about 100 experience. And again, entirely my fault. You gotta rein that temper in, man. If you let that get the best of you in this game, well, you wind up losing a lot of experience at the very least. Oh, that's fine. Final offer. That's fine. Alright, we got that back. You know. We still do have decent money. Let's take a look at our stupid ass armor. Not what I'm looking for. E. Alright, what do we see here? Our bar chainmail got damaged, but as far as I can tell, it's just damaged back to base level. It was enchanted, now it's not. This is still +5, you can't complain about that. +2. I mean, none of our stuff is... well, the hard leather boots might be damaged, I don't know. None of our stuff is, aside from that, potentially really damaged. Let's head over to the armory. Again, I don't care who you are. I can afford to lose my temper with you, because you can't retaliate. That's how the world works. If well, you can retaliate. Alright, but you didn't, and I got your money. Alright, enough babbling. I need boots if you have them. Let's see if we can improve anything here. Soft leather boots. See, I don't know what state my current boots are in, but I think they're damaged below even this. So I'm going to actually purchase these soft leather boots. They won't cost me much. And I get lipped chickens thrown into it, according to his insult, so whatever. Fine. Okay. Let's wear those. Matter of fact, because the boots are also not identified, even though they're damaged, he'll still buy them. And then when he does, I'll be able to potentially see how damaged they were and know if it was a smart decision or a dumb one. 40, 30, 25, 20, 17, 16, 15, 7 gold. They were down to nothing. Like, they were level 3 boots down to 0. So we gained 2 armor class in that transaction. That could be worse for the cost of, what, 1 or 2 gold, because we sold those. We also have a small shield we can sell. Might as well. 20. Apparently 20 is not a bad price, because you jumped up pretty fast, but whatever. Whoops. Alright. We have nothing else to sell here. On the bright side, our armor's in better shape than I thought it was. Our armor class looks lower. I think it's because our old armor class was deceiving us. It was telling us what we understood our armor to be when we thought we had level 3 boots. But it actually was lower even than demonstrated here. So this is not a surefire measure of your armor. It is right now for me because I literally know what the pluses are on every single thing I have. Well, with the exception of the shield. I bet you the shield's damaged. Of course, it might have been enchanted in the first place. I just don't know. Alright, there are no scrolls of identify. We have our word of recall. We have our thing. Our thing being the book. Prayer book. We have money to blow. If we go back in the dungeon and we come back, it's going to be too late to bother with a potion of restore life levels. So I think I can safely ignore that as a priority at this point. Let me get this enchant armor that I sold him. Buy it back. Try and get that armor class back up a bit. PJ. Oh, at least it's a final offer. I don't have to type. Alright. Let's read I. Soft leather cap is even more enchanted. It went from +5 to +6. That is a nice little hat I'm wearing. Armor class climbed by 1. We should probably pick up some more food in a minute. Let's see if he's got any enchant armors and such. He does. And enchant weapon to damn and weapon to hit. Our weapon is so... It's not doing the best for us right now, is it? Yes, I could get a potion of restore strength. But in best case scenario, it's not going to help me much because we didn't drop that much in strength. This will help me more. So for now, let's do that. And if our strength gets damaged again later, well then we'll be glad we didn't... Oh, nice. We didn't spend money on it. Alright, we bought all that stuff from him. Read eye. Bastard sword glows faintly. Read. Probably eye again? We eye every time? Yeah. Read eye. Glows faintly. Read eye. Read eye. Leather boots. Boots. We don't know what those rings do. We don't know what a lot of our stuff does. But there's no more stuff to buy that's worthwhile that we could even reasonably afford. Even the words of recall are kind of out of our reach unless we kill, maybe if we kill like a couple more of these guys really quickly. And then sell that slime mold juice maybe. If we do that, we might have enough, maybe, to get one last word of recall so we can go in there a little more confident that we won't lose our last scroll and get stranded down there. Although he didn't even drop anything. Is that it? Have we killed everyone in town? Are we that guy? We're that player. Alright, so much for that idea. Instead, let's buy some food. Alright. Some flasks of oil. Again, just to make sure we don't... I don't know what pitfalls can befall us. I don't know if like somebody who's wielding fire can light our... Let's give him 3. Can light our flasks of oil on fire in our back or something in our backpack. And if they can, and we're left down there with no light, well, that would be suicide. All right, I don't think there's really much else we can do. We're in our best case scenario. Given the options we have available, we are currently in our best case scenario. So let's head on down with a word of recall. When we get down there, we will look for the first available set of stairs and go down one extra flight. Yes, it'll be tougher, presumably, but the monsters we're facing on the current level are also, kicking our ass. I don't want to keep meeting grape jellies and ghosts and things of that nature. So, I mean, we might as well head down where the wealth will be better and the... Whoops. P-A-A. No ghosts, no traps, a few doors, and a staircase back up. We don't want that. Let's rest. Let's PAF again. PAG. I'm gonna be freaking cautious. I'm gonna exude caution from every pore and every orifice. Ring of weakness. We don't want that. Dropping it now. Again, I don't know if the bandits can even take that stuff. They probably can. I probably should have kept it. If I pass that way again, I'll pick it up and carry it until such time as I need to drop it. I don't think I'll ever be dumb enough to put it on, or as long as I'm bright enough to drop it at a later date when such things need to be done. PAF. PAG. Oh, there's a staircase. PAA. Let's rest. And let's head downstairs. The deepest this character's ever been. I think I've had one character this deep before, or even one level deeper. As I said, I've had a character to character level 20. This character was at character level 19, so it was the second highest leveled character I've ever had. But we blew that. I blew that. That we is a word I wield too often. A word I wield too often. It sounds like I'm offering you blame for my shitty decisions. A European battle axe. Another little... Here's a minor gripe. If you're going to set your game in Middle Earth, how can there be a European battle axe? Shouldn't it be like a, I don't know, a Rohan battle axe or something, you know? PAF. PAG. PAA. Rest. I don't think I have any other detection spells, right? This one has no detection spells. Has useful spells, but not detection spells. How about... Whoops, what the hell just happened? I mean, soon. Forgotten, yeah. And then, well, eventually we'll have Sense Invisible. Some dreamy day we'll have Sense Invisible. Allegedly. Probably around the time we get our wisdom back. Allegedly. If we do have another expensive bow or something in the future, it might be worth keeping it equipped. Because obviously we've never seen anything we're wearing equipped completely destroyed. We've seen it damaged by acid and such, but it's never just been destroyed or stolen, whereas things in our backpack have been. So I don't want to lose the shovel, but I could always just replace it with a pick. A cheap pick is probably, you know, as effective or almost as effective. No big deal. Done. P-A-F. Good. I'm glad I lost my concentration. P-A-G. P-A-F again. P-A-A. Ooh, lots of evil. Apparently, is that an ogre? Maybe ogres are evil. And another zombie, I'm guessing. I can't tell if this is lowercase or uppercase, and if it is uppercase, I don't know what that would be. In Angband, I think an uppercase Z is a hound, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. I haven't played that in a very long time. In that game, I think as a hound, I think because of the shape of the letter, so it like resembles a hound, as opposed to obviously any kind of mnemonic aid, since Z, unless you're facing a zound, that doesn't, or zounds. It's nice to see the pluses on that bastard sword again. Not as many as we had before, but at least +3/+1 is not as heart-wrenching as +0/+0 as it was for so long. What are you? I'm not even going to go look. If I go back to look, you may just attack me. I should have looked when I was beside it. That was a gut reaction. And in a turn-based game, gut reactions are foolish. Orc Shaman. Done. That's why it was evil, because it was some sort of priest. Another one of these. If we knew what it was, wouldn't that be awesome? I got 2 of them now. I wonder if they stack, out of curiosity, or is it just 2 different... No, it's 2 different inventory slots. Interesting, too, that some things stack and some things don't. Not sure why that is. If you said with larger items, I guess I'd understand, you know, 2 halberds takes up a lot of space, but honestly, 2 rings probably takes up less space in your backpack than 2 rations. So much for logic. Remember that caution we talked about? A lot of doors and a trap. I'm glad I did that. P-A-F. P-A-A. And a harpy. Less rest. And head towards the harpy. Black harpy. I don't think that's a terribly threatening thing. Oh, fuck. See, the more also leads to me tunneling through granite walls when I keep pressing enter. Alright. Nah, it's nothing. Not even a vague threat. What are you, though? Blackened spot. It'd be some sort of fire trap, I believe, is what that's indicating. But we can dodge it. I'm not going to try and set it off. I'm not going to try and disarm it, I mean. I don't think it's worth the experience that could be gained to put myself at that kind of risk. It might be for a rogue. I bet you rogues would have no problem with that. And it would be a very valid choice for them. Giant gnat. Incidentally, again, in watching that video before where we faced all those fruit flies, when I actually watched the text popping up at the top of the screen, They weren't all fruit flies. Some of them were gnats. We were facing a mixed group of insects that was cooperating for the greater good of killing me. Which I don't mind. I don't, again, you're faced with decisions in a game. I have a friend, Daryl. I almost said his last name. I shouldn't say his last name. I have a friend named Daryl who plays tested a lot of caverns, and he has his own things that he loves to see in games. Obviously, we all have things that are our personal, peeves or personal things we love. He loves ecosystems in games. He loves it when monsters. I guess I said some names before, but whatever. He loves it when monsters, have a hierarchy in a food chain where they'll, some of them will eat each other and that kind of thing. And he was although he very much enjoyed the game, Caverns. Caverns 2 rather. He was really adamant about the fact that I should try and integrate some such ecosystem into the game. And I'm slowly swaying to some degree of his way of thinking, but only some. Because there are game balance issues you have to consider with things like that, right? It's not just, would this be a cool feature? Of course it would. But if we say that the animal intelligence monsters, will attack you or other things, with somewhat equal abandon, whoops. Well, then again, if you're talking about a game where monsters are a finite resource and they're killing each other, then you can kill less of them. That means you gain less experience. So suddenly the balance of the game is upset. That one little feature, as interesting and cool as it is, could have repercussions. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Presence of Evil, a Naga up there. Those Nagas are sometimes nasty. Let's stay away from it for now. Some of them are acidic. Some of them drain your strength. So I think it's something you always have to be aware of, is your choices. How do they affect game balance? And in this game, again, if the insects were all attacking the monsters and such, it wouldn't be as big a deal, I guess, because monsters regenerate and you can kind of farm infinitely. So I guess actually it wouldn't be such a bad thing in this game. It might be an interesting feature. But in Caverns, it would have to be weighed very carefully. Although I have recently very much upped the randomness of the movements of animal intelligence monsters, not because of playing this game, it was before this, but just because I'm always striving to improve, and when things are easy to do, especially, then you might as well implement them. Put a morale system into that game recently too, where monsters can become more and more afraid of you as they get injured, or if you're a particularly higher level than they are, and they run away, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, another example I have of that a long time ago was a lot of the ideas that I'm trying to put into Caverns come from another game I made, and it was a collectible card game called Dungeoneer. It's kind of ridiculous to even term it that, a collectible card game, since I own all the cards. So I made a collectible card game and instantly collected them all. Although I guess that's not entirely true, because I haven't printed all the sets. Some of them, it's very pricey to print those things up. So of the sets that have been printed, yes, I own all of the cards. Oops. And Hobgoblin and another Naga. Oh well, head over there anyway. Although there were a lot of card sets that haven't been printed, and they're just those cards are waiting to be printed. Probably never will be. But that game is very much about dungeon exploration. So I've made it a personal. Another Zircon ring. We got 2 of those each. I've made it a personal sort of quest that will never be fully fulfilled, but a personal hope to eventually find a home in Caverns of Zascasian 2 for every single card that exists in that game. So every monster card, and every treasure card, and every room card, and every trap card, and blah blah blah. Hopefully I find a way to implement it in the game. I bring that up only because I want to talk about Dungeoneer for a second, and that ties it to I feel very sick. I wonder if does it always say you feel very sick, or does it sometimes say you feel sick? I.e., did this thing poison me more than other ones would poison me? Anyways, another example of having to consider game balance versus game coolness. I'm poisoned quite a bit. Okay, I could have neutralized it, but Didn't have to. You send adventurers into the rooms of your opponents in that game, and in their rooms they have, you know, monsters and traps guarding it, so your adventurers can die. And your adventurers can be carrying, you know, weapons and armor and this kind of thing. And when they die, those... Oh, it can breathe to corrode. Let's not go anywhere near this thing, if we can avoid it. Pray, C, B. I lost my concentration. Shit. Okay, let's just kill it. It touches me, but I didn't get hurt by it. Draw psychic energy. I don't care about that. Alright, it's dead. Let's back out of this room. We know that Naga is evil. So if we can hit it with our PCB... hit it with our PCB. Isn't that a drug or an insecticide? Maybe we can kill it right off the bat. PCB East. No, I killed it. Nice. Alright, let's rest again. Anyways, yeah, so you, when your adventurers die, they can drop their equipment, but it actually goes back to your town. It just kind of teleports back to your town, which from a logic perspective is absolutely insane and stupid. And another friend of mine was suggesting when we were playing, let's fill this, that instead of that, you know, the enemy player should gain control of them, because that makes sense. And from a logic perspective, absolutely it makes sense. It's a fun idea. But then again, you start to run into the problem with the game balance. If you say yes, fuck me, slow down. Yellow jelly is fine. It can poison, right? That's fine. Let's just hack it. If you say yes to that, then you run into the problem where, you know, if the enemy player is spending his resources in the game to purchase weapons and armor for his characters, for his adventurers, and then you just end up getting them because he sends them into his dungeon, then he's only spent his resources to help you out. And the game was not balanced to account for that. There might be a solution. There might be a way to rebalance it, maybe making weapons and armor cost a lot less or something. But this way just seemed more meritorious, so just let it go back to you. There are ways to destroy weapons and armor. Why I'm talking about this game that you'll never play is beyond me, but in greater depth. I was just trying to tell you about it to illustrate game design philosophies. But there are ways to destroy that stuff, but yeah, you can't casually gain control of it, short of using magic or something. Anyways, back to this game that we're supposed to be talking about. As I said, it's a very long game. You kind of run out of things to discuss. That was an invisible thing that bit us, though, so we've encountered that before. Potentially the same creature. I have no way to know, do I? As of yet. A golem. And a mushroom of weakness is fine. It's not an enemy. Flesh golem. I'm glad to see that because it's worth decent experience. Let's use the staff. The Z. Let's go up next to it and use the staff because I think they often have an area effect, don't they? I don't know. Let's try it. No. ZK. Oh! It teleported me. A staff of teleportation. That's not a bad thing at all. We will retain that. That is a quick getaway tool, if I ever saw one. Swordsman. Nice. Getting some good money this time. If we go back to town, you know, obviously when we go back to town, I guess more to the point. Hopefully next time there'll be stuff to buy. Not the potion of restore life levels. I mean, I guess I could teleport back there right now and see if it's manifested, but screw that. Let's just gain our own experience back and stay away from grape jelly. In the game, in real life, grape jelly is delicious. It misses you. Swinging to the west. Killed it. More money. Let's close this door and rest. Okay. I've obviously PAG'd because that because this door is showing, so I guess we're okay in this region. We've done all the spells. Maybe not in this region, though. P-A-F-P-A-G. P-A-A. Skeleton. Some sort of evil giant. And another Naga. Maybe, or maybe the Naga from before. The good thing is, remember, the Naga, the skeleton, and the evil giant, or the giant, whatever it is, are all evil, and therefore extra susceptible to my orb of... I've forgotten again. Draining spell. Let's deal with the Naga first, if we can. We'll head in a clockwise direction to deal with these guys. There he is. Let's try it right off the bat. P, C, B, north. There's a Guardian Naga. Well, I heard it for sure. Do I know anything about Guardian Nagas? Killed 3 of them in the past. 750 feet. Evil worth 50 experience. It can carry 1 or 2 objects or treasures. It can crush to attack and bite to attack. It doesn't say it has any special attacks, and that might be because it never utilized one of those against me. But if that's the case, then we can safely just hack at it, because we're probably overall tougher than it is, especially if we've already heard it. But now we have to rest. Now, a scroll of magic mapping. Hey, a chest. Let's search here. It said we detected a trap. Yeah. The last time we tried to disarm a chest, it never went off. Oh. Every time I say such a thing, I jinx myself. Okay, a puff of yellow gas. What does that mean? You choke and pass out. Okay, presumably it knocked me asleep, and I'm awake again. Like it passed a bunch of turns and I'm awake again. I think that's the trap spent. You failed to pick the lock. Alright, no, I guess the traps don't dissipate, do they? But it's fine. I don't mind this trap right now because nothing is around me to hurt. A hairy plaid mold. A plaid mold. That is a a designer mold. Alright, let's, before we forget about the skeleton and the other dude, giant, let's head over there so we remember that we have our spells to deal with them, although none of the skeletons we've ever encountered so far have been sufficiently powerful to merit, really fearing them. What is it, though? Skeletal Hobgoblin. I have killed them in the past. It can hit to attack. I'm just going to hack at it. I don't think it's a big threat. And that way, if the giant shows up, we'll have our spell ready. It's dead. Oh. What's this? Black Mamba. I'm sure it can poison. Alright, we can take it. It's dead. Alright, we're rested. How are we doing for getting back our... Like, we're almost back. I guess when you're operating at this level, 600 experience isn't the end of the world. Although we've been playing for some time, haven't we? 38 minutes. Let's kill this giant, and we'll call it there, okay? Let's go to the door to the west. That didn't help us. Okay, let's force this door. Nah, I don't want to risk forcing the door and waking it up. King Cobra. Don't want to be blind. And there it is. What is it? It's a frost giant. We've dealt with them before. Nonetheless, apparently frost giants are evil. P. Might be because maybe they use the monster manual from the first edition Dungeons and Dragons to draw their alignment from. And those are evil, although maybe not. I don't know if goblins are evil. Actually, are there even goblins in this game? We've seen hobgoblins, but no goblins. P, C, B. Direction northeast. Alright, I hit it once. I don't have enough mana to cast it twice, so let's... I didn't cast my protection from frost spell either. But it didn't matter. That was a good way to handle it. Okay. Let's rest, and then we will save. Alright, guys. I'll be back when I'm back. Actually, I don't have anything going on for the next few hours, so I'm probably going to go eat and then come back and play one more time tonight. So I'll probably be back tonight. In my time, I'll be back whenever you choose to rejoin me in your time. But whenever that is, I hope your life between now and that point is spectacular. Thank you for watching.